One look at these photos from early and mid-20th century gatherings of the Pennsylvania League of Cities, and one look at this panel from the 2025 Pennsylvania Municipal League Summit tells you more than just the name has changed. Women are now leading municipalities across the state. But do women still face different and more difficult challenges getting to leadership positions than men? Centrice Martin sometimes feels the need to justify her qualifications due to assumptions others make because she is female.
Well, it's certainly something that I have faced in my career. Early on, oftentimes people remind you that you're a female and they remind you of those historical and institutional biases that exist.
Martin tries to get around this by at times letting people know about her education and experience in municipal matters. Rachel Hendricks was asked by two men from a different political party to run for township supervisor in her first bid for elected office. She says women should assess whether they're ready to run if asked, but not doubt that they can do the job. She encourages people, especially other women, to keep asking.
If you want to see more women, then the way to get there, I think, is to encourage them. And that can come through them, volunteering and having people around them who are willing to help them with the campaign. But also it can come from people asking them specifically, like I was asked. And just because someone says no the first time doesn't mean that they'll say no forever, or because they said no for a certain role doesn't mean they might also not say yes for a different role, or especially at a different point in their lives.
Today's women leaders also say it's important for the next generation of women not to wait to be asked, but to be bold.
Take a chance. I think if you see something that you're interested in, get involved, because there are so many small ways to be involved. I was very involved in community organizations before I ran for election, and that opened doors for me, but also got me in touch with what all activities and needs were going on in my community.
One other trait these women leaders say they and others in their positions need is courage.
For female leaders stepping into it for the first time, you have to have a significant amount of courage if you're going into a male-dominated environment. I run a police department, or I should say this. I have a police department within Ferguson Township, and so the police chief position reports to me. And you have to have the courage to know that you have enough knowledge, enough understanding of the operations to ask the right questions. But ultimately, you have to have the courage to know that you can do it as a female in a male-dominated environment.
These female leaders say to the next generation, believe in yourself, speak up, get involved, and have the courage to do all these things because you have the ability to do all these things.